The goal of this is to demo the Multicenter Cost-Effectiveness Robotic Prolapse Study REDCap. So the way that it is designed, it has baseline both surveys and some clinical questionnaires. There are 6-month data, and just so you know, the 6-month are all questionnaires that just involve the patient completing them. And then there's 12-month data, and at 12 months there's both questionnaires and also an exam form and a 12-month clinical form that the coordinator will complete based on what is found in the chart. And from a workflow perspective, the surgeon will introduce the idea of the study to the patient. We'll let the coordinator know. The coordinator will reach out to the patient, and we'll do the initial part, which will include entering in a medical record number. Let's see here, female, email. I'm going to use my email. Date of birth, I've got kind of a random date of birth on here. The coordinator will sign that they're the ones getting the consent. Patient will be enrolled from Stanford, and in this one I'm going to use this as a group. I'm not quite sure that we're going to do it this way, but this is this data access group. And once I click send consent, that will then start the ball rolling for the consent process electronically. And you're going to see in a minute that it's going to pop up in my email. So here we go. I'm going to pull this onto here so you can see it. So what this looks like is an invitation to participate in the Prolapse study consent. I will click on that. I will put in I'm going to call myself Wonder Woman for this, the purpose of this demo. Oops, first name is Wonder. Okay. We will complete this. Today's date, add the signature, which by the way seems intuitive for us, but I had my mother test this and she could not find the signatures, and that's why I made them bigger, so we'll see how that goes. We may have to walk some patients through that. All right, now this leads us directly into the patient questionnaires. I'm going to fly through these in double time, but as soon as the patient consents for the baseline questionnaires, it goes directly into this. Okay, and that's what we have for the questionnaires. So I'm going to pull us back into the study. So this is what the patient completes. And when I refresh this, you will see that now the questionnaires are complete. So now as the clinical coordinator, while you're waiting for the questionnaires to be filled out, you can fill out the medical history. Is there a history of MI? So we'll say yes. Is there a history of hospitalizations for heart failure? No. And I'm going to flip through these that are all medical conditions. The form. So that's the medical and surgical history form. Now the POP-Q is obtained from the chart, and don't pay attention to these numbers. I'm just flipping them in quickly. It may not even really be relevant. Okay. Let's complete this. And now the surgery details. So the date of surgery is what's critical because that is going to trigger the 6-month and the 1-year questionnaires. I'm going to pick a surgery date in 2020. And I'm going to say it was on the 1st because then it will deliver the 6-month questionnaires. And I'm going to say yes, that rectal prolapse surgery was performed. And we'll say yes, yes. Hospital 30-day. So I'm just going to flip in here so you can see. It will give you a length of stay. Was there any 30-day readmissions? No, no. And then were any of these, so this is because this patient was, her date of surgery was over 6 months ago. That just sent us the 6-month questionnaires. So let's just finish up the complication. So was a urinary catheter replaced or was self-catheterization teaching required? So if the answer is yes, this happens to be a Clavian Dindo 1 for your information. Was there urinary tract infection? The answer is yes. Was there a wound hematoma? The answer will be yes. Was there a wound infection? No. Did the abscess develop? No. Was there a hemorrhage? No. All right. And then these are less common ones that are auto-populated to no, but you're going to have to either say that, check these and make sure that none of these happen. So I'm going to say this to confirm that these are all no. And then for this one, she had a urinary catheter and a urinary tract infection. This is essentially a 2. Okay. And I'm going to complete this and save and exit the form. Alrighty, so let's now answer the email. Okay, refresh. And now you can see that the 12-month data is in there. And now back to here, pop Q. Okay, and let's look here. What happened at a year? Dyspareunia, no. NA. Urinary incontinence, no. NA, and the type of incontinence was none. Nope. This is based on today it was looked at. NA. Was there any recurrence or new rectal prolapse? No. That's today's date is when we did the exam, and NA. So it's either approximate date of the occurrence or date of entry. Okay, did they exit before a year? No, it doesn't apply. Save and exit the form. And now they are out, and all the data for this patient is complete.